You probably know that landscape architects work with plants. We do and we love it, but we use them in really interesting ways that you may not have realized. And we do so much more than pick out plants. In this podcast series, we invite professionals in our field to talk about what excites them about the profession of landscape architecture and the wide variety of things they do. We will explore the many ways that landscape architects positively impact the world. Landscape architecture is a diverse practice that shapes the way we experience and move through our cities and communities, guides our responses to climate and environmental changes, brings forward our public histories, and so much more. We at the University of Colorado Denver Department of Landscape Architecture are excited that you are interested in our field. Please join us as we discover what many people don't know about landscape architecture.
Gretchen Wilson is a principal and co-founder of Dig Studio, which she co-founded in 2012 with 3 partners and has since grown from 4 to 44 people, delivering work ranging from planning to design and infill, parks, playgrounds, and streetscapes. She specializes in public engagement and crafting unique and meaningful strategies to uniquely connect with each community we serve. All right, Gretchen, thanks for joining us in the podcast today.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us what ecosystem services are and what's rewarding about thinking in this way as a landscape architect?
This is an interesting term, ecosystem services, because it's really about the provisioning, the benefits and the goods that we as humans derive from nature, like clean air, like water, food, cooling from shade, and even like beauty and spirituality are considered ecosystem services. So we're employing these things pretty much daily in our work. And I really enjoy, most of all, how we can connect people emotionally with their environment. And they then learn how to perceive a higher value of these benefits. And then they want to protect these resources and nurture this relationship with the environment even more.
How much of your work is involved in environmental resource management in one way or another?
It should be a part of all of our projects, right? I mean, we should be thinking about measuring carbon footprint of our projects. We should be thinking about creating biodiversity in each of our projects in one way or another. But I think in terms of the specific types of projects that we're working on that are, have this more environmental resource management component, we are doing design projects that are restoring natural resources and creating more native areas, wetlands, and riparian landscapes. But at the same time, we're doing this at the planning level. We are working on plans like the Truckee River Vision Plan, where we studied habitat corridors, watersheds, drainages, in addition to the multiple human layers along the corridor to help create a guiding vision for how the city of Reno could manage their rich natural resource, which is the Truckee River. And then we've worked closely with ecologists over the years to do everything from creating management plans for open space systems to creating, really centered policies like turf conversion policies. So it kind of ranges, but, at the end of the day, I mean, we really need to be thinking about environmental resource management on our projects. And so we are trying to find the right metrics to use, doing internal design review, that is making sure that we are considering all of these things with each of the projects that we do, not just on specific projects.
What's the most interesting and difficult problem you are trying to solve right now in this area of engaging with the environment?
It's hard to come to work every day right now and keep a positive attitude toward everything that we're doing in terms of the hard work that we're putting in to protect the environment and restore certain ecosystems. And I think that there's this defeatist attitude in the world right now, like, oh, let's just, design as we can, as well as we can, but not push it too hard. So I think that it's the biggest problem right now is really trying to keep convincing everyone that, increasing biodiversity is so important to our world right now. We really need to fight the good fight and really push our projects and our clients to do the right thing. You know, there's a lot of project problems that come up that we have to work very creatively to solve, especially thinking about the costs of everything right now going up, but then there's the flip side where, green infrastructure can lead to lower costs down the road in comparison to gray infrastructure. So, we need to be able to really understand and speak the language of engineers in many ways, because we're solving problems that are big, and we need to make sure that we're able to have those conversations, difficult conversations, and be able to prove out how green and nature-based solutions can really be the answer to our problems rather than doing, business as usual. So I think, that's kind of the big crux of the problem right now, is just really pushing the things forward, but being able to have, strong conversations about why we want to do biodiversity, why we want to have better water quality facilities, and multiple benefits that we can get out of green infrastructure, and all the great things that brings to communities along with it. So there's a lot of upside to what we do, and so where it's a difficult problem, it's really interesting challenge, because we have this ability to really use our training to really push our cities forward.
Well, thank you, Gretchen, for joining us on the podcast today and answering all of our questions.
Okay, well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it, Amanda.
Yeah, of course. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks for listening to our podcast, Something Else About Landscape Architecture. The Department of Landscape Architecture at the University of Colorado, Denver offers multiple paths of study to fit your career aspirations. We invite you to visit our website, ucdenver.edu/landscape, or follow us on Instagram at CUDenver Landscape Arch.